Have you ever had an affair? I have. Why did I have the affair? Well, it was for several reasons, none of which are excuses. If I could go back, I would definitely take it back. Okay. So
Young living every day, giving it to you and cutting straight. Listen, y'all, if this your first time watching the video, or you haven't yet subscribed, take a second, scroll down, go that subscribe button, click on subscribe. Subscribe to the channel, support the movement. I appreciate it. Anyways, y'all, listen, man. Today's video, man, is about a lady, man, who been cheating on her husband while he's going through painful times during cancer. Let's get into it.
have you ever had an affair? I have. Why did I have the affair? Well, it was for several reasons, none of which are excuses. If I could go back, I would definitely take it back. Okay. My late husband resented me. This was 10 years ago. He resented me for buying the condo. I resented him for institutionalizing me and not wanting to talk about it. And
Now, first thing I'm gonna say is she said she resented her husband for institutionalizing her. But see, the question is, why did he do that? You know, no man is gonna randomly just take a female and enroll her into some institution unless there's some kind of issue there. And the thing a lot of times with people, they tell one side of a story, is what she's doing. She's telling randomly just saying he enrolled her. The question is, why did he enroll you? I would love see to be a different if you heard from his side of the story, he'll tell you the reason why he did so. You clearly display some behaviors that show concern and you needed some mental help. Continue.
then my love language is words of affirmation and affection. And he wasn't filling my love tank much. I started a new job. The guy seemed to be sincere. I mean, I was probably naive because I was like 25 or something like that. And he was 17 years older than me, and he was always showering me with compliments. And yeah, then he just became like a drug, and I was willing to.
See what she said? This guy at her job overshowered her with compliments and all these sweet nothings he was whispering to her while you're in a marriage. You guys, you got to understand, these women fall in love with what they hear instead of what they see. They will cheat sometime. They will leave a marriage just because how they feel. I remember my brother told me that somebody he was dating, her mom walked out of the marriage just because the father wouldn't take her to the dance when he was focused on building a career. So the point I'm making is, guys, they are slaves to their emotions. It's all about how they feel. But let's continue.
Give up anything and everything to be with him.
You heard what she said? The dude became a drug. She would give up any and everything to be with him. You got a husband at home and you're willing to give up everything to be with this guy.
That's a damn shame.
Man, all over some words.
That I have an affair part two. Now, if you didn't judge me from last night's video, you're probably going to judge me from this night's video, because the affair started in April of 2012 when my husband was in remission for cancer. I had the affair for 6 months. So 2 months into the affair, my husband relapsed, went full blown cancer, super aggressive, and I was.
You heard what she said? She had an affair while her husband was going through remission during cancer.
She belongs to the streets.
Wow, man. While this man is going through pain, you're out getting them sugar walls tapped. Somebody tapping them sugar walls and activating the waterfalls while your husband's going through pain. And however, say this dude knew that this Pookie and Ray Ray that you were sleeping with, say he knew that your husband was going through this difficult time and he still was messing with you. That let me know his character as a man as well. The crazy part is you go out, you sleep with this guy. If you wanted to go out, ruin your marriage, having encounters with another man while you're married and your husband going through cancer, if it mean that much to you, why not just divorce the man? Why not leave the marriage? Why? Why stay? But continue.
So entangled in the affair, I did not stop having the affair. I continued to have the affair and stay with my husband and help him while he was in the cancer, still battling cancer. And he wanted to leave me, but he felt forced to stay because he felt like he had to rely on me to help take care of him. And I feel horrible for that. I was a broken person and I was a hot mess. But my message to you is you are not defined by your decisions. Jesus loves me the same.
How do you feel horrible about your decision, but you kept doing it? If you had any remorse, any guilt, it would put you in a position to where you couldn't even do it. A woman that truly loved her husband, that's connected to her man, couldn't do nothing like that. She'd be too emotionally attached. You see what I'm saying? She would feel too wrong. It would be too much guilt. You didn't feel bad about it because you was doing it when he was going through remission. You had no guilt. So it's already embarrassing enough that you did this to this man while he's going through pain. But then on top of that, that insult to injury, you want to bring it on TikTok. So I tell y'all, man, these women are slaves to their emotion, dog. I tell you, man, all the time, they do not care. Get your passport, man.
Same today as he loved me when I had the affair. Why?
Now she wants to use God to justify what she did. And check this out, y'all. Look at this. Look in the comment section. How can you say you're not defined by your decisions? You did great by helping your husband when he needed you. Not only she cheating on her husband when he's going through a tough time like that, but you got people, then she takes it on TikTok and you have people that's justifying the behavior. Do you think there would have been people justifying a man had he came online? Now let a man come online and publicize this on TikTok and these social media platforms that he was cheating on his wife while she was going through cancer. Women would go crazy. You know how much backlash she would get? But it's okay for her to do this. This is what I try to tell you, man. A woman can go as little, take it as low as to sleep around while her husband going through a tough time like cancer. No, not hardly no backlash. People are justifying the behavior. Do you think men are going to be justified if he go out and cheat on a woman, his wife with cancer? No. So I'm trying to tell y'all, man, they don't hold these women accountable. Let me stop, y'all. Let me read one more comment. Look at this. So many people are heartless, acting like they never had a mistake. I'm so proud of you. You're proud of a woman who cheated on her husband while he's going through a painful thing like cancer? People are heartless. She cheated on her husband going through cancer, but people are harsh for holding her accountable for doing something terrible. And then they respond to people act like they never made a mistake. And then they tell her that they're proud of her. And she says, thank you so much. Dude, you guys could never do anything like this and get this kind of justification, man. It will never happen. This is ridiculous, man. Sleeping with another man while you're married and your husband has cancer.
Before the affair started, I was so depressed. I had been contemplating my own suicide for months. So I was a very, very broken person. And my point of doing this video is not to promote affairs. I'm very sorry for the affair. I'm very remorseful. But you know what?
You're promoting affairs. It says why I had an affair part 3. You got it in your hashtags. Radical compassion. Affairs. Then you put Christian. Then you put affairs next to it. Healing journey. You are most definitely promoting it.
It's been 10 years and I've been beating myself up with shame, guilt, and condemnation. And now I'm walking in my freedom in Jesus Christ. And I'm proud of that. And so if you've had an affair today, I want to leave encouragement with you that there is hope and healing available. Forgive yourself and don't allow yourself to be held back by others' judgments. Why?
How about hold yourself accountable, learn from your mistakes, and don't do it again? Be better. That sounds like a better message.
Why did I have an affair part 4? So I just wanted to give you guys an update on what happened. So Charles had died 2 months after I finally ended the 6 month affair that was off and on, off and on. He said he wanted me to run away with him. He had
The man ended up passing away due to cancer, right? And then she said she decided to end the relationship with the other guy, the encounter. I'll look at it like this: you was going out, you was willing to do it while he was going through remission, and then all of a sudden, after the man is dying, you want to end it 2 months before. Continue.
He had 2 kids. I had 1 kid. He was married. I was married. But there was no way I was leaving my 5-year-old daughter for nobody. Okay. And so my husband ended up dying. And then I should have taken time to grieve and really, really grieve. I did for a while. But then I met someone new online. And then we started dating immediately. And then we got married. Just 17.
You started dating immediately and you got married. Now, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. Say I had to guess you're an older woman with a kid, and the man dated you. This can't be like a guy that's part of the top 10 to 20% of men who have options with women. You out of your prime, you have a child, and on top of that, you was married. And then another thing that I would want to know is, did she tell this current husband that she's with that she was having this affair on her husband while he's going through cancer with another man, and then ended that thing with that other dude slightly before the husband passed away, and then she met this guy? I'm willing to bet she didn't tell him that early on. I'm willing to bet she didn't, guys. You cheat on your husband with another man while he's going through pain, and then you end it with the other guy shortly before he goes, and then after that, you go date another dude and then jump into a marriage. Two things, like I said, she didn't tell him, and say she did tell this other guy that she's married to currently. He's a man of lower value. It's not me disrespecting. I'm just saying from an economical standpoint, he's not the top 10, 20% of man, because there's no way in the world that a man would know that and would take on that baggage with your child and still go marry you. But let's continue.
Months after Charles had died. And yeah, so I want to leave an encouragement. There's healing available, and
Hold up,
God can
rewind that.
restore whatever.
Hold up, rewind that.
After Charles had died.
How long?
And then we got married just 17 months after Charles had died. And yeah, so I want to leave it.
She got married with him 17 months after her last husband passed away.
Emotional damage.
I really would love to know, did you tell that current guy you with that you were having an affair with another man while you were married and your husband was going through cancer treatments? I would want to know that. And say that man is still willing to accept you and your child after you did what you did. Guarantee you any amount of money, this is a guy who does not have a certain value. He's not a part of the top 20%. No man in the top 20% would know all this information and take you and your kid in. No way. Now, on top, if you add on to that, right? Not only this man is dealing with a woman that has a kid already, she's hit the wall. She was cheating on her husband while he was going through cancer, right? And then on top of that, as a guy, you go marry her. Man, this is a big, big, big problem. This is why I tell y'all, man, a lot of guys out here don't respect themselves. They don't understand their value. They don't understand a lot of things that women do. As a guy, you got to be willing to see these things and use it as a metric to not waste your time and deal with these kind of females. There's no way as a man, me personally, I would have this information, have the luxury of knowing these things that this woman is saying about her and still going to date her and then marry her. Absolutely not. Now let's read some of these comments real fast. Let's read some of these comments. Hope the next guy keeps his guard up. Savage. Grieve what? You didn't care about Charles. That's a fact. Now somebody in there holding her accountable. She didn't care about that dude like that. And that's a good point that they making right there, because if you truly loved him and you was in love with him, you would not be able to do nothing like that. No woman that truly love, respect, admire her man is going to be stepping out on him while he's going through remission and cancer to go have encounters with another man consistently over and over. And then notice, y'all, like I said at the beginning of the video, what did she say? She said, I had resented him for enrolling me into an institution. So clearly there's a mental issue up there in her mind. But like I said in the last video, y'all, I tell you, man, how much it's going to cost you, man? How much is you willing to pay? Women out here do this kind of stuff. This man is dead, and instead of taking the time to heal, at some point, whether it was a year later, year and a half later, you decide to go on TikTok and tell the whole world this to get views. And then you name it part 1 and part 4. Women are willing to capitalize off your pain and you dying, man. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Some of these women are willing to see a man go through something that's, hurtful and painful as cancer. That man die, and while he's dead, she's capitalizing on his pain and death on social media, telling the whole world. How much it's gonna cost y'all, man? When will your man wake up? I tell you one thing, man. Get your passport. Travel the world, man. How much is you willing to pay? This is the society we live in. And then she's getting married. He marries this lady and gives her all leverage and power. I'm getting dehydrated talking about this. I need to give me some water. I'm gonna need some water after something like that, man. That's a dry situation. But listen, y'all, man, this is why I tell you guys, and I'm gonna say it one more time before I get out of here. How much is it gonna cost you? How much you willing to pay? Not only standing in the States dealing with bears, grizzly bears, tigers, and silverback gorillas, but also women who have no remorse, who don't care. But listen, y'all, that's all I got to say about that one. Listen, if you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. On the road to 1K subscribers to get monetized. The more I get from y'all, the more I can get y'all. That's all I got to say about that one. I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out.
Yeah, got the streets on fire, feel the heat, the Wayne way. Ain't never had no handouts, put in work, I'm self-made. Superhero strength, I got the power, Luke Cage. Flexing on them haters like Drake. This is real rap, no